Half a day and welcome to GCA Today. I'm Ann Marie Pelobello with the Guam Contractors Association, and today we're going to be updating you in regards of our GCA 23rd Island-wide Safety Conference. And I have with me a very special guest, also my mentor in regards of safety and health, Mr. Joseph Leasiolagi, also known as Samoan Joe. He is our GCA Safety and Health Chairman, as well as Black Construction's Corporate Safety. Half a day, Mr. Joe, and welcome.
Buenas, half a day, and thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for taking some time out to come and let us know more about our upcoming GCA Safety Conference.
You're most welcome.
So what are some of the topics that entails in regards to the safety conference?
I'm really excited. This is our 23rd annual meeting, and it has been 23 years since Guam Contractors took over the safety conference island-wide. And basically, this year is from June 13th and June 14th at the Dusit Thani Hotel. And I would really like to encourage anybody that works in our industry, construction, general industry, to make it a point to attend. What it is different OSHA courses from the standards from the sub 1926 for construction and subpart 1910 for the general industry. And we have very, very knowledgeable instructors that are taking their time out and volunteering to teach these different courses. I believe I'll be doing electrical, 1 hour on electrical safety. Mr. Anderson, Anthony Anderson of OSHA consultation, they'll be doing introduction and talking more about the availability of training on island.
And also some parts, right, on record keeping updates.
Record keeping, the 1904, the latest and greatest as far as when to report, who to report to within a certain time frame for certain accidents. For instance, if there's an amputation, now OSHA requires that you inform them within 8 hours. With a loss of hearing from any work accident. And these are the things that because of our industry, the fatal four, most dangerous hazards associated with 90% of fatalities in our industry, the falls, the struck bys, the caught in between. These are things, and electrocution, things that we need to let our community know. My intent has always been with safety to ensure that from management to the lowest level employee understand that there's nothing in our industry worth one drop of their blood. That they come to work, they get trained to understand the hazards and the dangers, and then they perform their work. And when they're done, go home dirty, go home tired,
but
go home whole, and without donating any blood. And that has been the intent from the beginning. And to that end, I'm grateful for all of you at Guam Contractors for all these years, 23 years. That's a long time to take the ball and run with it, because this used to be a Guam annual safety conference, and they kind of gave up because of lack of funding and gave it to us at that time, 23 years ago, and we took it and ran with it, and it's been a successful 23 years.
So 23 years of sharing knowledge and awareness to the community in regards to safety and health. And like you said, the whole purpose for this annual safety conference is to provide information and training to the workers, and as well as management, like you said earlier, management, enforcement, and commitment. And it works both ways, from employees to owners or management position.
Absolutely.
to continue to create a safety culture within the company, and also as well as within our community. And the great thing about it is that it's really open to the public. Anybody, if you're possibly don't even have a job and you're interested, attending the safety conference will also be a benefit for them. so they understand, and they can also be aware of certain situations or hazards that can occur, and it's all about prevention, right?
Absolutely. If we look back in the 90s when this all started, we were averaging 5 to 6 fatalities a year in construction. And at the time, I was a tower crane operator. I was a high-rise concrete pump operator. I mean, these are very, very tough jobs. And safety is not one of the first things that we think about when we're at work. You have a management that drives production and to the detriment of the workers. And I saw that at that early age, and I said that there's got to be something that we can do to change that mentality. But the truth of the matter is, for companies, if management is not committed to safety, you don't have a safety program. If you have a book on the shelf with the rules, but you don't have a commitment or a mentality and an attitude, which is what the conference has been trying to do all these years, is to bring that to the average worker. To let them know, yes, you are getting paid for your knowledge, yes, you are getting paid for your strength, but you have rights under the OSHA Act. And this is OSHA standards were signed into law in 1970 by President Richard Nixon. If you really think about it, we had gone from the East Coast to the West Coast of America and to the moon and back before we started to care about our workers. And I think we shouldn't stop there.
We should keep
I think we should maintain this and teach our people. Straight out of high school, we have programs with the Trades Academy where we're trying to go into the high schools where we're helping people who are trying to be the Funuhu Rising with Fununa Rising with the First Lady and new ladies with Nawik. I mean, those are all great programs that our people need to understand that. Yes, it's about raising a family, but the key to raising a family is that you do it safely.
Correct.
That there's nothing in our industry, like I said, worth dying for. And when we get that commitment and that culture and that attitude, because truly it is an attitude. You need to analyze, assess what are the dangers you're going to face. How are you going to control the exposure to that danger? Can you minimize it? If you cannot, how do you control it? And that's the basis of proactive safety program. And that's what we try to do in these conferences.
So our 23rd annual safety conference, and we have our Ocean Region 9, also a Deputy Regional Administrator, James Wolf, who will be out too as well. Correct. As well as our Honolulu Area Director, Mr. Roger Forstner, too, and then our Compliance, Safety, and Health Officer, too, Mr. Anthony Scholing, who will basically be opening up the conference and providing information and updates and, just sharing information to those that actually are attending too. And then, like you said earlier, Mr. Anthony Anderson with OSHA on site.
Mr. Kitachai.
Mr.
It's
Kitachai.
a great team, Very, very knowledgeable folks over the years. And they have been a tremendous a source of materials and help for us too from the very beginning. I recall going through to OSHA Training Institute in DePlain, Illinois, and talking specifically with, at the time, Mr. Siki Sadauskas, who was the director for the OSHA Training Institute in DePlain, Illinois. And he was able to send out instructors. That's when I met Mr. Mike Anderson, I met Frank Perino, Bill Donovan, and those were the original people that brought safety down to the level that it is now, and the knowledge to where it belongs. And I'm grateful, I'm thankful, and I'm honored to be part of this.
And I'm honored, and we are grateful here at GCA for you as our chairman, Melissa Cruz, who is our co-chairwoman too, unable to make it, but she's, she will be there participating. Well, Mr. Joe, thank you so much. And we also want to remind you that participating in our safety conference allows us to offer safe OSHA courses to our local community. Our goal is to continue to promote a safe and healthful workplace You'll also have an opportunity to network and with other professionals, like we mentioned earlier, and instructors too that will be promoting and instructing some courses. We also like you to come out to and meet our local vendors that that supply safety equipments too. So we have Safety First, who is our main sponsor, will be donating various items to be raffle off, like few safety shoes and other items too. We have Fast and Out, JTC, GPSI, American Job Center will be there too. Federal OSHA on site, Pacific Human Resource, and GPSI. So those are just some of our vendors. And again, we encourage you to attend the 23rd Annual Safety Conference, which will be held at Dusit Thani on June 13 and 14 from 8 to 5. Courses is $175 for both days or $100 for one day. Or you can select and choose any topic you like. It's open to the general and the construction industry. Morning snacks and lunch will be provided, and we hope to see you there. Adjust.
Thank you.